Hey guys, welcome back. I'm sorry that I didn't release this tutorial the last week. I was too busy, so I couldn't really have time to do it. Well, I'm doing it right now. For the Arabic version, it's going to be out tomorrow, so if you are not patient enough, you can watch this English version. If you are patient enough, you can watch it tomorrow. What we're going to be doing today is I'm going to show you how this is going to be the first part in making that futuristic eye hub. And so the first thing is we're going to design the hub or the HUD. I'm not sure really what they call it, so I'm going to call it just the HUD. So they're going to make the HUD here in 3dsmax, and after that we're going to export the animation to After Effects, and where we're going to do the track the eyes and mask the eyes there in After Effects and Mocha, and after that we're gonna apply the final effect there. But the first thing is we're gonna show you how you guys can build those HUDs and make like really good looking HUDs. I'm gonna show you a couple of ones that I made. This is one of the one. Well, that's actually this one. This is the one that I used. There we go. Which is nice. There is another one, it's right here. This one is different, as you can see it's popping up and splashing it. You can use it as for your gun scope if you want to, as like in this instance here. And there is another one, it was too big to preview here, so there it is. Yeah, that's another one too. And really that's what you need to do. You don't need really to do any color into it. All what you need to do is just the black and white version, and after that you can use the color in After Effects. So, and that's what we're going to be doing. So I'm not going to be doing specifically one of those, but we're going to just mix and match some of these and try to come up with another look. Okay guys, okay, let's start to it. I'm going to just close this one here. Right. Now first of all, I'm gonna Alt plus W to maximize my perspective scene here. Grab a tube and just middle mouse and drag. It doesn't matter the size really. Only thing, make sure when you are putting the height you go downward, because we're gonna delete those faces. We need this face here to be on the grid. Okay, next what I'm going to do, I'm going to just up the sides here to 200, and I'm going to delete the lower the high segments to 1. You go to the left viewport, apply an editable poly on it, click 4 to see, go for face selection. Okay, let's select these faces here and delete. Go back to the top. One more thing, I'm going to just click F12 W and make sure it's on the origin, just to make it easier to move stuff later on. Alright, now what you're going to do now, the good thing about this is, since you're applying a double poly on top of the tube, you still can change stuff here. You can change the width of it, this one. The segment, you can change it, but once you start doing a lot of modification on the poly, it's not going to work. So if you want to change the segments, probably it's right now, that's where you want to change them. You don't want to change the segments after when you start modifying your polys. So I'm going to set it 200. Okay. So let's start making some changes to this one. So I'm going to click the edges, select an edge, go modify selection. No, go to select an edge here very quick, modify selection, and set the dot gap here to 2 and click here. Now convert this one to faces and delete those, and yeah, we get ourselves this one. Before we go any further, I'm gonna animate it first. The animation, it's up to you. Like if you want it like to start like as clockwise, what you can do, you can use go to the tube here and enable the slice on, click N, and at frame 0 here set this one here to 0.001, and let's say frame 5 or so, set it back to 360. set it to 300,000. Okay, and that's what you get. One more thing too is you can set this one here to minus 360 and this one here to minus 0.001, and it's going to give you this effect here. And actually instead of 360, make this one 180 and this one is minus 180, and we're going to give you this. Okay, and actually what you can do with this too, you go to the poly here, select symmetry, and let's see what you're gonna get. Not sure. Okay, why? There you go, and you're gonna get this. I really can't see it much, so I'm gonna just like this one here to 30. I'm gonna get that 15 so you can see it. There we go. Yeah, so that's one of the ways to animate those, but I'm not gonna go with this approach. So I'm gonna delete this symmetry here and go back to my tube here, and delete this. I'm gonna go back to the end and delete the animation here and turn off the slice on. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just use the scale, click F12, actually click N, and at frame 0 I'm gonna set it at 0 in all the axes. Frame 5 I'm gonna set it to 100, 100 and 100. Okay, so that's what you get. Now what I'm gonna add to it, I'm gonna add the flex, make sure it's on top of the editable poly. So now let's just try with this here. Yeah, that's too much. So I'm gonna lower this one here to 0.3, and this one I'm gonna up it to 7, and try it again. Yep, that's what you get. Right, so this is the first thing. I'm gonna duplicate it very quick. Okay, I'm gonna select this one back, and I'm gonna this one here I'm gonna add an animation to it. So make sure you freeze the transformation to it. Under rotation, go to the Z rotation here and apply float script. Current time. You click evaluate, and this is going to give you the constant rotation. As you can see, it's too much, so I'm going to divide it by 48. Evaluate, and that's what we get in. Alright, even 48 it seems like it's too much, so I'm gonna we'll just double this one to 96 and click evaluate. Okay, and for this one here I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna do it in the opposite direction of this one. I'm gonna just copy this one here, delete it, and apply float script. Okay, Ctrl V, make sure you set minus, and put this one between brackets. Click evaluate, and that's what you get. Okay, so that's the first two here. Alright, and this one we can still be here and make this one a little bit smaller. Yeah, like that. Yeah, like that. Now I'm gonna copy this one down. I'm gonna delete the editable poly and I'm gonna go back to the animation here to the rotation, and this one here I'm gonna put back Bezier float on it. Okay. For this one I'm gonna go back to the tube here, just a little bit here, and apply an editable poly as usual, polygons to the left, and delete all the bottom ones, delete them. Okay, now go back to the top. I'll actually delete everything from this side here too. I'm gonna use this symmetry now. All that I need is just these ones here, so I'm gonna select a couple of edges here, like this edge here and this edge, and go under modify selection, click step loop here and shift X so you can concentrate reconstruct it to the vertices, and click W and push it up. There we go. Push it back up. Okay. Now I'm gonna just apply some symmetry modifiers to it. I'm gonna select the polygon again, and it seems like it's gonna be better looking if I delete these two here. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to symmetry and apply another symmetry, and this one should be on the Y. Yep. Okay, and that's what you get. Now for this one here, I can give it some animation too. I'm gonna go to the Z rotation again, and let's give it a noise animation. Give it a noise float. Usually it doesn't work right away, so you need to change the strings. So I'm going to set 100. Let's try here. It's too much. With the 10, and turn off the fractal and set the frequency to lower, to 0.1. So it's 20. It's 50. Okay, I think that's good enough. Okay, now I'm going to select this one again and scale it down here. Okay, I'm going to delete the symmetry ones. Okay, and I'm gonna delete this editable poly too. Apply another editable poly, click the polygons, there's the viewport, and the same thing. Now I'm gonna select the edges, select one edge and click Alt R so you can get the ring. Now Control Shift plus C so you get to the chamfer, and chamfer them. Try to chamfer it again. I'm sure I intersected some somewhere. No, they're all fine. Okay. Now I'm going to select an edge, modify selection again, and just this one, convert to faces, and Control Invert and delete. Actually, I'm gonna leave it as well. Okay, delete those. It seems like it's too wide, so I'm gonna select the tube and just lower it down. That way. Okay. for this one now, let's see what we got first. Yeah, these two are attached together, that's fine. Okay. Now I'm gonna select this one again. I'm gonna duplicate it down here. Click OK. And for this one, I'm gonna do what? I'm gonna add I'm gonna delete this editable poly again. Apply an editable poly to it. Polygons, go to the left, select all of these, delete them, go to the top. And this one actually just leave it like this, don't really do nothing to it. All I'm gonna delete the animation on it. Not the anime, but the motion. And here I'm gonna, sometimes just a circle by itself is good enough. And I'm gonna put the Bezier float back on. So this is what we got so far. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, now let's go back over here. Let's select this one here. Let's duplicate it. Copy. I'm gonna turn off. I'm gonna add an editable poly on top of this one here, and turn off this one so you won't be adding it again and again. So I'm gonna just use this one here. And for this editable poly, I'm gonna select four face selection and just delete those. Okay. Apply symmetry just to make sure that they are both symmetrical. Okay, I'm gonna up the size a little bit. There's a poly here. For some reason it seems like there's a polygon here. I'm not sure where did it come from, but yeah, delete it. Okay. For this one here, I'm gonna apply. You know what? I'm gonna delete this little poly. Don't need it anyway. Well, I could have left it actually. With those polygons. There we go. Because once I start applying animations, I'm gonna just try to see. There we go. This one here, I'm gonna go under the Z and give it. Let's try to a wave float and see what this is gonna give us. There we go. It's too much. Multitude here, give it to 50. 50. Period. I know what. It's not working fine. I really never used this one, so I'm not sure how this works. I'm gonna remove this one. I'm gonna just leave the top one. There we go. Yeah, actually, you know what? Yeah, I like it. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna close this one. So see what we got. Awesome. Now what I'm gonna do with this, I'm gonna duplicate this one outward here. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna go back over here. More to the edges. Click Alt L. And just deselect some here and some here. Shift X, W, and just move it down. And let's select this one, this one, this one, and this one. And you don't really have to follow what I'm doing, you can really start doing your own. Well, this is symmetry here, I'm gonna apply another symmetry. There we go. So it's gonna give me this. Yeah, and that's what we got so far. And now it's up to you. You can keep adding and adding into it as many layers as you want, really. So I'm just showing you the technique here. I'm going to show you another technique now. And let me just lower this one to 5 here. Create a rectangle. Shift A, align it here, and set the length of it. Okay, let's say set the length here like this. Okay. And for this one here, I'm gonna create now. I'm gonna create a plane. I'm gonna turn off the width segment here and set this one to 100. I think the height is not tall enough. Now I'm gonna apply a path. Deform. Pick the path. And it's obviously in the wrong way, so you just skip. Yep, the Y should be the good one. Set the stretch a little bit here. As you can see, it started right here. So I'm going to set S. So I can now align it to the vertices and select this one and align it there. Now click N and I'd like a 10 frame at first at frame 5. I'm gonna set the stretch to 0 and frame 10. I'm gonna just stretch it back out. There we go, that's enough. So I'm gonna give you this. Okay, I think it's going too fast, so give it there you go. I've done this one here. Leave it. You can give it a little bit of motion too. So what you're gonna do here, we're gonna freeze this transformation and go to the Z position, and actually to the position 0, X, Y, and Z here, and apply a noise position. Click OK. I set this one here to 5, 5, 5, and play and see what you're gonna get. Yeah. Turn off the fractal noise, and 5, 5, 5. It seems like it's too much. Say 2, 2, 2. Yeah, and that's what you get. So we get this one here. I'm gonna just select everything here and assign the same color. Okay. Now we need to add. I need to add that little rectangle here in the middle, with target mark. So that's easy. All we gotta do is just plane. Create plane here. Shift A, align it. Actually, Shift A, align it to one of those. And set this one to 2, 2. Put a little more poly. Select the edges, Control Shift G. There we go. Now look at the plane here and set it to 24 by 24. Okay. Now the polygons, select this, delete. Now the edges, 2. Give it even more edges. There you go. Same color. And this one here we're gonna link it. I'm not gonna link it, I'm gonna just apply the animation to it too. I'm gonna position here. I'm gonna put this transformation on it first. Go to the position, 0xyz, and enable the noise position. You can see it. What is it? There it is, noise position. Okay, and set it to 2. Leave the fractal and see what you're gonna get. Okay, nice. This one, I'm gonna select for this one, since it has this animation on the path. It's gonna give you some troubles if you try to like move it later on. So what you're gonna do, instead of to take off the path animation, you need to apply point cache here. Now click new, say plane, save, yes, and records. There you go. Now you can delete this path deformation here, and this shape too. Or you can get this one. There we go. So we don't need the path. Now we can do some animation here, the same as the other ones. R, F12, and set it to 0, 0, 0, 0, and at 100, at 10 set to 100. Okay. I'm not sure if the flex is going to do much of a difference from this one here. Let's see it. Yeah, it's because it's broken here. Yeah, the flex is really not desirable for this one. Now this one here, we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna set this one 0, 0, 0 here, and then it's frame 15. We're gonna set this one to 100, 100, 100, 100. Okay. Oops. Make sure I delete this first frame here. It's gonna be the same for this one here too. This one here should be deleted. Okay. So I think this is it, guys. So that's it for the hub. I'm gonna just show you if you want it like to be going in the Z depth, you can like control this on the Z depth. For this one, I'm gonna add the flex modifier too, and I'm gonna set it really low to 0.1 and set this one to 10. Okay. What we're gonna do, we're gonna just add a node. Maybe point, and set it as a box, and the box is bigger here, to the top. Okay, Shift W, Shift A, and just put it in the middle so it can be, you can see it. And what you're gonna do, you're gonna add an attribute holder to it, and go to animation and any parameter editors, and we're gonna name this one Z depth, and we're gonna set it from -100 to 100, and everything else is fine. Click add. Now we're gonna start by wire parameters, modifier object, blah blah, Z depth. Let's start with outside one. Right, I want this one, so there we go. Position, the Z position, okay. Click connect. Select the second one, transform, position, Z position, multiply this one by 2, and connect. Select this one, refresh here, position, Z position, multiply by 4, and you're gonna just like keep going, multiplying it. Connect. Now this one, refresh here, position, the Z position, and multiply by 6. Connect. Select this one, refresh, transform, position, the Z position, connect, and you get the idea. I'm gonna just keep doing this until I finish all of those, and I'm almost done with it. Transform, position, Z position, I think by 10, and connect. This one, Z position, play with 12, and connect. This one, transform, position, yeah, for this one here I need to add the for this 2 here. I'm gonna select this 2 here, click group, and call them center, so you can just use them both. And I'm gonna finish transform on it, yes. And for some reason the group will take the animation away. So let's just finish transformation on this one here. No. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't need to finish transformation. It just go to the available position here and apply position XYZ. Okay. And for this one here too, available position here and apply position XYZ. Okay. Sorry about that. Now let's just finish this one. So select this one, Z position, and it's going to be multiplied by 14, and connect, and this one, position, going to be multiplied by 16, and connect. Okay, now if you select this one here, that's what you get. Awesome. So this is it. Now you can like add some bounciness to it, as long as you added some animation to it. So it's really simple. So let's say it's frame 5. Click end. This one gonna be 5, frame 7, this one going to be minus 3, frame 9, it's going to be 2, frame 10, it's going to be 1, and the frames here it's going to be 0. So that's what you get. Awesome. Now that's if you want this animation here, but for our purpose here, what we need just the top here. We really don't care about the Z depth here. So for our purposes now, what we need to do is to go to rendering, render setup. I'm gonna set my renders to, I think 640 by 640 should be fine. One more thing, let's apply M, Control A, okay, Control A, materials, standard. I'm gonna apply this one, copy, and set this one to color and copy too. Okay, Shift F, make sure you are centered in. Okay, so now all that you gotta do is just animate this one, render this one, and that will be it. So I'm gonna just close everything, and oh, actually I did not finish my render setting here. Under the common here, because we want some motion blur, I'm gonna assignment array here. NVIDIA mental array. For the global illumination, I need to turn off the enable final gather because we don't have any lights in the scene. For the renderer, I need to enable the motion blur here and set the motion segment to 8. Set it to 5. For the bucket width, set it to 8. Gaussian set it to Mishma because it's sharper. Other than that, if I render one frame, let's see what you're gonna get. There's a little bit of motion blur going on here, so that's not bad. So let's go back here while the motion blur should be really big and start to render this frame. Yeah, and that's what you get. If you want 3D, if you want smoother motion blur, what you need to up your motion segments here. But for our purpose, I think this is fine here because it's going to be barely for a couple of frames. You really can't really pay attention to it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to click, go back to my common here, set our render type from 0 to 100. What else? File. I'm gonna call this one HUD 4. Save. And JPEG. No, it's JPEG. What is it? There's a target. What am I talking about? Or an XR if I want to. I like the XR actually. Target or XR, which one is it? I'm gonna go with the target, it's fine. I'm gonna save it. Okay, and hit render, and see you guys when the render is done. Okay guys, the render is done here. I'm gonna just grab it. It's gonna be under hub 4. Yep. Well, this is the final result that we end up with. So what we're gonna do now is just in our After Effects project we're gonna use this one and now on top of our composite. So I hope you guys learned some new stuff. I hope that you enjoyed it, and as usual, like, comment, subscribe, and if you have any new ideas want me to shed some light on it, you can just leave a comment. Okay, have a good one, guys. Bye.